you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching.
Especially when it comes to nigiri, it's such a simple dish, and the rice is a huge component.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
But this as a sashimi, this high, 8.5 out of 10.
But this as a sashimi, this high.
Did this restaurant try and take out Keith Lee? Like, oh my gosh. Hi guys, it's your girl Nisi and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the food critic Keith Lee and yeah, him out here eating raw food and worms.
Check your sushi before you take a bite. That's what many are intending to do after Keith Lee posted a video where he visited a sushi restaurant in Seattle and the sushi had more protein than just the fish. It had worms in it.
Sushi done in the most unique way that I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's one of the most recommended places to sleep in here. And it's buffet style. So you go in, you grab a box. As you pick the box, you grab a tong, and you go down the line and you pick the sushi that you want. They have over 30 different options. This as a sashimi. It's high, 8.5 out of 10, and especially for the price. I would come just for that by itself. In my opinion, the rice is definitely overcooked. It's very gummy, but the salmon is fresh.
The restaurant, which sells sushi by the weight, has been getting a lot of hate. However, what many don't realize is that the worms prove that the sushi is fresh. It is estimated that 75% of wild salmon have anisakid nematodes and tapeworm larvae. If any of these are present, it means that the fish is fresh as can be. If you want to get rid of them, the FDA suggests cooking or freezing the salmon. But what do you think? Are you willing to eat worms if it means the fish is fresh?
So like I said, Keith Lee, he's a food critic. He goes to like different states and tries people's food and says if it's good or bad or not. He has a big following and he can literally make or break your business. So he went to this place, I think it's like a sushi bar, and yeah, he got some fresh like sushi, aka salmon, and yeah, I'm gonna roll the clip. It's very, ooh. I don't eat sushi like that every now and then, but I eat it from like a high restaurant. I don't just like get it from, you can't get sushi from anywhere. First of all, it don't taste good if you just get it from anywhere. But yeah, usually when I eat sushi, it's like a high restaurant. So just in case there is worms or anything mad going on, at least you can sue. I feel like these, like don't get sushi from like a food truck or, you know, any dodgy shop, because if you try and sue them, you're not going to get nothing. But yeah, let's get into the video and let's get into people's reaction.
Don't run now. Don't run from me, friend. Y'all, I am screaming. Fob Sushi said they don't want the smoke. They don't want it, Jesus. They done closed down some of their locations after Keith Lee made that review and people saw that there was some type of worm in his food. This is the official message they posted to their Instagram. It says, "Dear valued customers, in response to recent food safety concerns, we have decided to close our Fob Sushi locations in Seattle and Bellevue until further notice. Your health and safety are our highest priorities. We are conducting a thorough investigation to address the situation and will take all necessary measures to prevent it from happening again. To our community, we are deeply grateful for your years of support and sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. We will remain dedicated to providing you with highest quality sushi from the Fob Sushi team." I still can't get over how they tried to gaslight this man and said that he was holding the sushi too hard and that's why the shit was gyrating and wiggling all around. No, sushi don't do that. And let's face it, the only reason why they're closing down is because somebody else got sick with food poisoning after going to that same restaurant after Keith Lee did, and then Keith Lee called them out and said, "Hey, I don't know what y'all got going on, but how you're handling the situation is very sus." Like, they had to be shamed into taking accountability and vowing to their customers that they would find a solution, and that's just crazy to me.
The situation with Keith Lee accidentally eating a worm when he was trying sushi in Seattle is the main reason why I will never eat sushi. One, because raw food in general just sounds disgusting to me. And two, fish have worms in them. Like, and it's a proper procedure to make sure that they don't when they're being served. But it's like, still, it just takes one person to not do their job correctly before you're eating worms. Like, no. He was eating at a sushi bar called Fob Sushi Bar in Seattle, and somebody like stitched his video and was slowing it down to like show, like even when he lifted it up to show the camera, it was like a piece of salmon or something, and it was raw salmon, of course, because it's sushi, and you can literally see the worm at the bottom of the salmon. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't see the appeal. I never saw the appeal in eating raw anything. It just never sat right with me. And now I 100% see why it don't sit right with me, because it's gross. Like, and salmon normally has worms in them. Like, it's real fresh salmon, so it's supposed to be there, but it's supposed to, like, you know, they're supposed to clean it out so you're not eating worms. But obviously somebody didn't do their job correctly, and now, yeah, that's why I don't eat sushi. So anybody that ever asks, oh my gosh, Brian, why don't you like sushi? That's why.
You know what I think the maddest thing is that he didn't see it. A lot of people missed it, and there was one girl, she slowed it down because she seen something, she slowed it down, and it's just like this reminds me of me and my partner. So when me and my partner first started going out, he used to eat in the dark, and I'm like, you can't see what you're eating. Could be crisp, chocolate. I was like, I need to see what I'm eating. And then one day, he ate something in the dark, and there was a bug. I think he was eating like some plantain chips, and there was a bug in there. And ever since then, he always eats with the lights on. I'm like, thank you. I remember one time, my friend, he put it on his Snapchat. He got some food from somewhere. Again, it was crisp, and there was a cockroach in there. And I'm just like, bruh. And you know what the maddest thing is? Since COVID, I was a big eater. Like, I loved takeaways. I loved going out for food. But since COVID, obviously, we were put on house arrest. You had to learn to cook if you couldn't cook, etc. Since then, I probably get like a takeaway like once a month now. But even then, obviously, prices have gone up. The food ain't even that good. All the portions are tiny, so it's not worth it. But yeah, since COVID and people getting bugs and just don't know if the restaurant or the takeaway place is clean, I just don't eat out like that. So when I hear these stories, it's just like, yeah. And my dad, he doesn't eat out. Either like my mum's cooking, he's cooking, or family members, but he doesn't. When it's his birthday, we're like, oh, what we're doing this year? He shares his birthday with my auntie, and then sometimes, you know, they go restaurant because my auntie wants to go to a restaurant, but he literally doesn't eat. Like, it's crazy. Or the most he has is chips. Like, you can't mess up chips, can you? And I've always wondered, and seeing things like this, it's like, Dad, I get it. Because you literally don't know who's cooking, you don't know if the hands are clean, yada, yada, yada. And you just don't know, like, the process that the food's gone through, especially with something like chicken. Like, how's it been stored? How were the chickens, like, when they were, like, in the coop? Like, were they free to run, or were they, you know what I mean? Because it's for food, it's a process. It depends what you're eating. Because obviously, chips are potatoes. You plant them, you pick them, da 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 da. But like chicken, you know, things like meat, it's just like, especially raw food. I don't mess with raw food. Prawns, I'm like, I've tried squid, or I can only eat it fried. I feel like with seafood, I can only eat it if it's like deep fried, because then you know it's fully, gosh, can't say the word, thoroughly cooked. But yeah, let's get into some more TikTok reactions.
Sushi. Worms? Y'all know the Keith Lee effect is real. I told you. So you see what they saying? Fob Sushi Bar is now closing all their locations. And apparently they was lying. You was lying. You knew y'all had bugs in them sushi. Worms? That's wild. Seeing Keith Lee came back to clear that up. You know what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to slander any businesses. You ain't got to slander them. You should know what's going on. And see afterwards, what I didn't know is, and now I do know after doing a little bit of research on the whole situation, do you know somebody else had sushi from that place? And guess what happened to them? They're in the hospital. Once again, y'all know the thing that comes with eating raw fish. Y'all know what comes with eating raw fish. And see, this is why I don't eat raw fish. And once again, this is why I don't eat from every place. Everybody ain't clean. And again, like I said, what's crazy is he ain't even see the worm. Now, say thank you to TikTok, Keith Lee. Say thank you, because, yo, if it wasn't for TikTok, we wouldn't even know that That place was selling worms. Look, once Keith Lee came.
Okay, guys, so that's it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And let me know in the comments what you want me to cover and what you thought of this video. Like, have you ever had takeaway food and there's something in it, any bugs? Or there's one time we went to a nice restaurant. My friend, she had some like mixed rice, and there was like plastic in there, but it blended so well with the rice. You know when you get the rice, but it's got all those like fancy colors in. It was orange. It was like this small orange plastic thing. It's obviously broken off something, but we thank God she's seen it before. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But again, if she did eat, she would be suing. Okay. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.